Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Just Gaming today. Today we're going to play some more Talented. Let me adjust my mic here a little bit. Today we're going to play a little bit more Talented and see what we can get ourselves into here. So last we played the Ninja. We got to level 9, Mastery 9. None of the challenges yet, but let's play a different class. So let's take a look at... We did Archer twice. We did this twice, the Wizard twice. We've not done the Warrior, the Summoner, or the Bandit twice. Let's go ahead and do the Warrior. The great thing about this game is I do really like all the different classes and the way they progress and things that they get to do. So let's give the Warrior a chance. Now this will be the first time we've got the Warrior where we have that second starting ability unlocked. We did Axe Throw last time. We have Blast Strike. Your next 2 strikes create a blast of energy, dealing 4 damage to all enemies hit. That one costs 20 rage. I'm sure this is really good. I like the Axe Throw just because it has the ability to give you some of your rage back. I find that very, very good. So we have Parry Up. Increase your chance to parry an enemy attack by 4%, or increases health points by 10. Well, we're going to try Mastery 10. An additional enemy type appears at night 10 and 15. Maybe parry would be good. Parrying stops an enemy attack and knocks them back. Let's go ahead and select that. Along with Axe Throw. Now, hopefully, when we're done with this, I don't know if we'll make it through Mastery 10. We'll have to see. The masteries do definitely increase the difficulty, ramps it up quite a bit. So let's go and begin the run. We start with Axe Throw. We did unlock quite a few of the talent packages, so that is something to keep in mind as we progress. I don't have enough rage for any Axe Throw yet, so kind of stuck here. Some rage. Yeah, with the warrior, the warriors kind of build over the course of the night, because not starting with any rage is very tough, because you just have your basic attack, and your basic attack is very limited and it's very slow. So we did make it through that night. We did get at least 4 talent points, which is good. The monk will now appear. So let's go check our tree. So this is the starting tree here. We did start with Axe Throw. Katanas every 6 seconds, throw a katana in a random direction. I think we had this during the last Warrior 1 run, but we can get to that one. So I think that's the way we're going to go. We're going to bring our parry up to, what, 6% now? Yeah. So we can either do crit health. I think we're doing crit and health. I like the knockback, but that's just going to be where it goes. So we have katanas now. So hopefully just every 6 seconds, stuff coming out will help us quite a bit, I believe. We do see another blue here. Each combo level requires 10 less to combo points down to a minimum of 1. That's really good. This here, frustration, your maximum rage is increased by 10. At the start of each night, you gain 5 rage. Now, we did take a lot of frustration last time, and it ended up being a detriment to us because of some of the abilities that we took. So I have to be careful about looking at the abilities that we unlock and seeing if having a higher maximum rage impacts our ability to use those abilities and maybe spam them. So Guardian Unleashed. Use all remaining rage to set your parry chance to 100% for 3 seconds. I don't know that I really care for that one. There is a damage up over here, which is quite important. Glacial Strike. Your next 2 attacks create a blizzard dealing 4 damage and apply frostbite. We did have one of these attacks last time. I don't know if it was Glacial Strike or not, but I do like these strike abilities. Your maximum rage is doubled. So the important thing about this one, again, is like if I double it now, I would have, I think, what, 40? But if I double it later, once I get up to like 60 rage or something, then it goes to 120. So that's an interesting thing to aim for as well. I'm not too excited about either of the abilities, but I would take the Glacial Spike over this Guardian Unleash. All right, let's see. Are there any damages exposed down here? I don't see any. That's attack speed. The skill streak one is quite good. I might just go grab that and then start working our way up and see. This might expose something that is farther over that we might be interested in. It does look like there's a possible connection over here. So we'd have to see, but I think those are the next 2 points. Then maybe plan up to get another katanas. So if you get another katana, I believe you would end up increasing the damage. We'd have to see. I don't think it increases the or decreases the amount of time it takes. There might be a cooldown somewhere else on the tree, but I don't think it'll do that. All right, so we're level 5. We have 40 health, 20 rare. Let's go. And you can kind of set yourself up. It is, with the warrior, it is a little frustrating to not have any rage to start with. You kind of got to kill some stuff and just hope for the best. I'm going to throw an axe down that way. I do think maybe we didn't take a hit. Also with the warrior, it's tough when you have all this stuff coming at you at once. But with the warrior, hanging out with your ability to attack is sometimes what you need to do. So you can hit a couple things. Like there, I let that one little eyeball guy, I forget the names of these guys, but one little eyeball guy, I let him get a little very close to me so I could potentially strike that second enemy that was in the chain. Being able to take out 2 with 1 hit helps you kind of catch up. It's much easier later as our attack speed increases. So we did get 5 talent points in night 2. Enemies have 5% increased chance to be elite. So I think we're going to follow our plan that we talked about, crit up, and then get this kill streak hunter. Now that kill streak hunter did expose a damage up down here, which I do really, really like those. We got double parries here, and we've got a smoking chain. When you gain a skilled combo, your attack speed is increased by 10% till the end of the night. That is really quite good because we just made it so that our attack combos are easier to get. So we have 3 points left. We can go up and get, I think we're going to go grab frustration. We get 5% extra experience, some crit, and then get this frustration. Starting with 5 rage is going to help us quite a bit. Then this resistance chain, when you gain a skilled combo, your parry chances increase by 5%. So again, I like these chain rares here. These talents are quite good for somebody who's going to, try and get those chains going quicker and quicker and quicker. We might go down and grab this, but I think we're probably going to head towards these other chains. So we're level 10, 40 health, and 30 potential rage. We're starting with 5 now, though, so hopefully it'll be a little easier to... oh, the katanas were nice. I like those katanas going off. Yeah, just having those katanas kind of clearing some random stuff every once in a while is quite nice. Sometimes they're ineffective because there's just nothing coming at you from that direction. But overall, yeah, overall, I think just having some random things going off with the warrior, at least at the beginning, it's very useful. Keeping the skill chains alive is a little tougher. I just didn't have the character position correctly when I used my attack. So sometimes that's the way it goes. However, taking damage towards the end of the night versus the beginning of the night, it resets your skill combo, but it also, there's not much experience points left, so you don't really lose a ton. So we did get 6 talent points after night 3. Enemy waves now contain an additional enemy. So here, let's shrink this. I think... So this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. I say we go get the katana. Now, each way is the same. However, this is kind of wasted movement over here. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's do that. I know we're kind of working back to this one, but it ends up feeding the pathway towards this resistance chain. We had already gone over here as well to get this. So Resistance chain, whenever you gain a skilled combo, your parry chances increase by 5. We also are showing these like bloodlust once per night. If you reach maximum rage, your size and range is increased by 12% until the end of the night. Um, that's really cool. Increasing your size increases the size of the sword as well. So you can see how that's advantageous. Having that sword being 12% bigger means you're launching it farther down the corridor and can hit more things at once. And I think it also increases the damage. I really do like the size modifiers. That is something that you'll see on the warrior. It has a size category for your stat here. Um, so increasing size is quite good. We did expose another damage up. I like that. So let's go next night. We're level 16. We have 50 health and 30 potential rage. We're still just pimping with just axe throw. Wait. Yeah, that wasn't good. I don't like taking damage in the beginning, but I can't really help it. They're just, everything's piling up here. Let's launch down there. Yeah, I was hoping the katanas would save my butt like last time, but they did not. And that's okay. You know, as long as you don't die. Some of these low mid levels, you just kind of got to scrape by at higher mastery levels. Your attacks, like, I don't know how much I've improved my attack speed. I don't think by much. Yeah. So we got 6 talent points still. We probably could have gotten 7 if we had taken no damage, but we're just going to have to, move through and hope for the best. 6 talent points. Enemies have 20% more health. All right. So here, I do like this one. So let's go grab this. Let's expose more of the tree again. Now we do have a damage up here, and we have or damage up here, and we have a good chain thing down here. We talked about going for this smoke and chain, but I think we're going to go for this one. We do have that smoke and chain kind of living in our rearview mirror there, and we can go grab it whenever we like. Use all remaining rage to double your attack damage for 3 seconds. I'm not big on use all this remaining rage. It's very difficult to accumulate rage. So at least at this juncture, I'm not looking to buy into those types of an ability. But we do have an ability here. The other thing we opened up visibility to is another katanas. And you see now, last time it said every 6 seconds you throw a katana in a random direction that deals 3. Now it says every 5.7 seconds. So it is actually making it so that it goes off faster and faster. So I think we're going to try and go grab that one. Then this talent package. So this talent package, when you select it, it is 0 cost, and it transforms the talents within this area to whatever you select. So there's a favored, or could be up to 2 favored packages, maybe even 3. I've seen it with 1 and 2. The favored packages give you some additional conversions. So, for instance, it says up to 6 common talents become rare talents from the package, up to 2 rare talents become epics. So, what happens here is if I don't take this katanas, it might become an epic like this, and then it's going to transform up to 6 to rares. If it is a I guess I'm going to say favored selection, you get an additional 4 common talents converted, so 10. That's pretty cool. So 0 talent points, we are 50 health, 30 potential rage, and we're at level 22. So let's get into this one. Hopefully we can keep chugging. I don't start with enough. Once you can start like with enough rage to throw an axe, it really does help. This is quite unnerving here. The katanas saved me from some damage there, but yeah, it's very difficult to kind of keep everything off of you. Man, it just that axe refresh. I was hoping that axe refresh would come faster. So far, not terrible. Come on. and just not positioned correctly for those axes. All right, I think we're gonna make it through without dying, so that or without taking damage, which is good. So we did get 6 talent points for that one. Lorges will now appear. I think those are the pumpkins, if I remember right. Well, let's take a look, see what we have here. So our damage is now at 6, which is good. Do we want to go grab this one here, this other smoking chain? Not so sure because it's just a lot of points to get to it at the moment. I wouldn't mind having an extra ability, but I don't know that I have the rage to support it quite yet. Um, let's see. I think we're going to make our way and potentially grab this anyways, but make our way over to this talent package. It is probably the best thing that we have exposed. We do get some more experience ups, which are nice. Attack speed up is really nice. We do expose another kill streak hunter. We only have 2 more points, so I think we're grabbing the health points just to get closer and closer. Wish I had 1 more point. It would be nice to grab that damage up. We did expose another ability though. So earthquake, shake the earth, knocking all enemies, all surrounding enemies, and applying wounded to them. Might be good too. The Impaler, you gain 1 attack damage for every 25 maximum health you have. We didn't have this last time. It's quite good. We're already sporting 60 health, so that would be +2 damage just for selecting this one. And then 15 more health is something we could probably easily pick up within the warrior chain. So let's go here. Let's position. I really wouldn't mind getting another one of those rage mechanics. I think it's called frustration. Everything coming in at the same time is very tough. The frustration, just starting with an ability to throw an axe is going to be quite good. I think I just took some damage there, which resets things. A little frustrating. Okay, that was good. These bats, what I've also noticed is that with the bats, they fly in with such speed, and they're very different speed oriented from the other things that are coming at you, and they are particularly frustrating to deal with because you're kind of watching all the slow stuff shooting at you, and all of a sudden a bat jumps out, and it's just it ends up hitting you quite a bit. I've noticed when the bats are in the lineup, it's very difficult to make it through the 29th, but we're gonna do our best here. And other people may have other experiences, just they might manage bats much easier because their brain is wired differently as far as the response times. But for me, the bats are a little annoying, as well as the spiders. The spiders have that mixed movement where they kind of stop and go and stop and go. So we'll take the damage up. I think we're going to go ahead, and I would like this katanas, but I can't really get to it anyways. There's a daggers over here too. Both of those will fall within. Some of these might get converted to epics. I'm kind of okay with it. So let's do the talent. Power up your throwing weapons, spend health and regenerate it back, learn and upgrade strike abilities. Now, this is the bonus package. That's why I was looking for those words earlier. 4 additional rare talents. I kind of let this bonus package dictate how I'm going to proceed. So I'm perfectly fine with choosing throwing weapons because I'm already into throwing weapons with the axe. So let's take a look at what happened here. So this was katanas, now it is spears. Every 5.6 seconds, you throw 2 spears in random directions that deal 4 damage and pierce all enemies hit. That sounds fantastic, so we're going to take that. This one stayed the same. Armory, throwing weapons deal an additional 10% of your attack damage, and their speed is increased by 15%. We've got a few of those up top too. And then this chainsaws. Every 5.6 seconds, you throw a chainsaw in a random direction that deals 4 damage and applies wounded. I can get behind throwing chainsaws. That would be pretty awesome. So chainsaw, armory, chainsaw. Wow. Then force throw a weapon, throw a random throwing weapon in each direction. If you have at least 5 throwing weapon talent abilities, you throw another 2. So we're very close to having 5 anyways. I think when we pick up chainsaws, we'll have 5. Let's grab these 2 because I'm definitely going this way because this looks like a talent like we absolutely would or ability we absolutely want to have. We have 1 more point left. I'm going to go ahead and grab this armory here too. This should significantly increase the power of our character. That's going to be a lot of things being thrown. And hopefully should help us clear out pathways. I think we're probably going for all of these blues, this green for sure. This strike might be something we go for, but we'll see. So we're level 35, we're 60 hit points, still 30 maximum rage. I would like to find some of those frustrations or another talent package that would provide some type of rage up type thing. Just the ability to accumulate more rage would be very nice. You see things, just all kinds of things being thrown out when we get to the point where things are being thrown. I'm going to throw an axe down that way too. And all of those abilities seem to affect my axe as well because it was increasing the damage. So far, so good here. Hope this day is finding you well and everything is good with your life at the moment and in the future. Things are going okay here. Excellent. So we made it through that night. You saw how much, not how much, but it was significantly easier than the previous nights. We did maintain the full kill streak, 7 talent points. Enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. Let's close this out here. I'm going to go up here and get this second ability. It is 15 rage, but throwing a weapon in every direction is a nice oh no button, or people might say, oh crap button or whatever. Let's get chainsaws and armory. I really would just want to look at how to get the most out of these rares. I think we're going to go chainsaw. And now we've got this exposed. Let's see what this is. Mega Mush. I think we saw this before. Your size and range is increased by 35%, and your attack damage is increased by 5 until you are hit. It refreshes each night. So it's another way to increase our size there. I also forgot we did get this one. Yeah. So this one here, it might be advantageous to kind of just let like try really hard not to use any rage until we've maxed out. That way we grow a little bit and have some extra damage and range and all of that goodness going on for us. Yeah, so see, this one works really well, but with this, you got to kind of get a lot more rage going before you can get into that. All right, well, 0 talent points. We're at level 42. We have 60 health and 30 rage. Let's check it out and see how we do on this night. Hopefully. And throwing the axe, it isn't as much of a penalty because you can get some of those rage points back. If it kills something, it has to kill what it's hitting, and it will give you some of the rage back. Come on, rage. Okay, so we're up. So we did grow a little bit. You see the sword is a little bit bigger. I took some damage there, which was unfortunate, but get some of that rage. Now that I've gotten the maximum rage, I'm not. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I just wanted to do that throw. Oh, it did it again. That was, or else that was just yeah, I think that's just my normal abilities firing. That's a lot of stuff being tossed down aisles. Yeah. All right. Well, we still did okay. We took damage once. We might have eked out another talent point given we're so close to leveling up. But it is what it is. We got 8 talent points. Enemies will now spawn 10% more frequently. Shrink this again. I'm just going to go ahead and grab all of these blues that I can. So let's go down here and grab this one as well. And even though these are farther away, I think I do want to establish, getting this, it's extra health, which will work with this impaler that I just got. We have 4 points, so we can do health, chainsaws, attack speed. So now our health is 70. We're 1 health up from getting another damage. So now our damage should be like 9. That's pretty good. Then that base damage also drives some damages of some of our special abilities. So getting that up and getting that going is going to be good. The warrior, I think I just took some damage there. I was going to say, though, with the warrior, you kind of got to be a little patient. I'm going to pause it for a second. This phone is the dread. Yeah, and you can pause, and kind of collect yourself. Sometimes you're like, okay, I need to take a second to plan or do something. Being able to pause is kind of nice. I don't do it a lot, but sometimes you just need to take a second to answer a phone or whatnot. There's things I need to remember at the beginning of all my videos. And it's don't use the clicky mouse, because people didn't like the clicky mouse, because I have a mouse that makes clicking noises. And it doesn't bother me, but it does come up on the sound on the video quite a bit. So I did get a silent mouse that doesn't click when you press it. I also need to remember to turn my phone ringer off. So 8 talent points. Enemies receive 10% less knockback. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we have 8 points to spend. We wanted to get through all of these rares. We do have another rare up here to grab, but we have this one more here. So let's grab that. Now, I don't think I'm going to go down here and get this Guardian Unleashed. It's not something I am aiming for. However, this damage up is quite intoxicating. I do really, really like the damage ups. I kind of aim for them, but I think we're going to need to skip that one for the moment at least. This Earthquake sounds appealing. It is not a throw skill though. So we have strike and throw skills. I think I'm going to just head up towards this frustration here, because we get another health up. That health up should give us another plus to our damage, which it does. Frustration will give me 10 rage at the start, which is something I was aiming for. And we did expose a damage. I'm just going to use 2 to get to that. Getting just a pure damage off of a couple of talent points is quite good. We're still going to work up to this mashup and see if we can keep increasing our health. And grabbing this bloodlust along the way would be nice, because it's going to increase our size even more. So 4% for every 10 rage. So getting those frustrations and whatnot is very, very good. I see another damage up over here as well. Another bloodlust up here. So yeah, this is the direction we definitely want to go. Still not convinced on Earthquake yet, but maybe. So we are level 58. We have 80 health now and 40 rage. I am definitely looking to push health quite a bit. I think there is a maximum health. It might be 200. I'm not 100% sure on that. But if you get there, I think I'm not sure what happens to the tree. I'm going to use I shouldn't have used that yet, because I haven't maxed my rage up. So yeah, I don't think the thrown weapons that are just firing off on their own, they don't seem to generate rage. That is a little bit of a problem with this build. It is quite powerful as far as, just throwing so much stuff. But none of those things generate rage, which is tough, because then you're kind of stuck. you get in a situation where I don't have any rage, and then you just can't do anything. You can always launch your sword down the aisle, but like right now, even if I wanted to generate rage, I really can't unless I allow things like this to happen. So that one I never even got to maximum rage. That's a little unfortunate, but we got 9 talent points. We survived. I don't think we took any damage. So Mega Blob and Skull Blob will now appear. So Mega Blobs are the big blobs that split into two. Skull Blobs are the skeletons that you kill them once and they turn into like a skeleton pile, and then they come back to life, and then you have to kill them again, or kill the skeleton pile before they resurrect, and then they're gone for good. Enemies have 25% more health points. So we have 9 talent points. We can probably make our way up to this legendary. So let's do that. We really don't have a pathway choice here, so you kind of got to take what you can. Bladestorm, I do like Bladestorm quite a bit if you kind of spin around and attack everything in that direction. Sacrifice 10 health to gain 5% attack speed and 1 attack damage into the night. I think we took this one last time. We also took Bladestorm last time, so we might have to just experiment with some of these others. But this is 3 to get. Your size is increased by 35% and your attack damage increased by 5 until you are hit. So this is a really nice ability in that it just, gives you a massive bonus until something hits you. We have another Bloodlust out and a Resistance Chain, Smoking Chain. Probably going to grab those. Hoping to expose another talent package somewhere. That would be really nice to see. Not too sure on any of these abilities. The one I'm interested in trying is maybe Earthquake. I'd like to find some more throwing abilities, but I don't see any yet. So we'll just have to see what comes up on the tree as we progress. So we're level 67. Oh, hey, we do have 1 talent point left. So let's, all right, 80 health. I think we're going to progress this way, and then, actually, I'm going to do this and just take the random and just get that 1 point away. Then we can work up here and snag these 2 rares and maybe work towards one of these other abilities here. For now, I can't even really power the 2 abilities that I have at the moment. You see how much bigger we are now. You see how farther the sword goes. So hopefully if we can stop from taking damage, that will help us just get bigger and bigger. You'll also notice that every single thing you throw is bigger. That's just the size advantage. If you can get your warrior with a lot of pluses to size, you really get a lot of advantages out of that. That you see how much bigger everything is that you're throwing. You're hitting more things that pierce go farther, just because they're bigger and they can just kill tons of stuff. Now we grew even more because of that maxing out our rage at one point. Yeah, this is quite nice. It's very cool to see the sizing on this at this point. Now if I get hit, the size instantly goes down. So you kind of gotta, hope you don't take damage. We're doing pretty good on that one, so I like that. You see these little bats too, they're quite annoying. Okay, well, we made it through full talent points, I think, for that run. We got 10. Dread, night now feels 5 seconds longer, like that. And we have reinforcements. Will now spawn 10% more frequently. More stuff is going to be coming at us. So let's grab the smoking chain as we discussed. We open this up, Bloodlust, and we see a katanas over here. I wouldn't mind snagging that katanas if we could. That would be nice. We got a lot of health right there too, which leads down to another damage. It's easier probably to go this way, but we're invested, so there's a katanas up there too. Let's grab this one. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Go grab that one. So we've got 3. Now if I grab 3, we're at 85. We're on our way towards this damage again. I know it's kind of roundabout, but these health ups serve as damage sources as well. We were at 85, so 3 of them would get us to 100. I think we're going to do that and just get an extra damage. Yeah, so we're at 17 damage. 100 health is quite a lot. Um, so like that, we're probably going to go for these Bloodlust and Katana next time. And did we expose any goodies over here? We did. The daggers. We saw the daggers before. So getting yet another throwing weapon would be pretty cool. And health. Yeah, that's not a bad set of abilities there. The knockback serves a pretty cool purpose, on the warrior in that, being able to knock back anything you just don't kill with your outright with your sword is quite a nice ability. I believe the knockback applies to the thrown weapons as well. If they have the ability to do a knockback, they will. I don't know if they all have that or not. Yeah, I saw that eyeball at the top move back just a little bit when one of the thrown weapons hit it because I wasn't launching the sword that way. So any sort of knockback is nice. It just gets them a little bit farther away from you. And I'm going to go ahead and just do a big toss there to kind of try and clear some stuff out. So an axe toss. Sometimes the lanes just are getting overwhelmed and you just have it's a target rich environment. So it's like, all right, I'm going to toss that, the bigger, I'm going to go ahead and do that again. Just so many targets, it's just advantageous to just try and take them down with your abilities as well. Yeah, I'm not opposed to this ability setup here at all. I like this multi-lane throwing attack that we have. I wouldn't mind picking up another throwing attack just so we can experiment with it. 14 talent points, that is outrageously good. Enemies have 10% more movement. Enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. So you have some things going on there. I'm going to grab this damage up before I forget about it. We do have the ability to try and go after that earthquake. For the moment, let's go grab this guy here. We got a damage up here. Let's grab that. It's just super easy to get to. We didn't expose anything else over here. So let's go take a look at health. What did we expose over here? Okay, the one ring. That's quite nice on the warrior. You get a lot of cool stuff with that. I think we did health. We're at 110. Knockback and dagger. Ooh, and a rare right next to it. Harsh lesson. When you parry or take damage from an enemy, you gain all of the experience you would have reached for killing them. I don't know if that's really great, but it's right there. We need to work our way up because this talent package is really where we want to be. There's a damage up along the way. There's a katana is a little bit away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. I am thinking really want to get this talent package and see what we can do over here. The problem with this talent package is I'm not sure what it's going to do because I'm not sure that there's other abilities like over here. I think it's on the edge, which isn't as effective as it being somewhere in the middle here. Attack speed and parry. I could go over here and try and open this up a little more, but then that further reduces the effectiveness of this talent package because it just takes up some of the spaces already. We're at what health? We're at 110. I'm thinking maybe going for this bloodlust and seeing if we can expose. Ooh, that's pretty good. Expose more of this tree. We did get a damage up out of it, so take our damage to 20. And then we have this kill streak hunter again. We didn't expose another talent package, but it's not terrible. Getting that extra damage there is nice. I might go after that glacial strike. We'll have to see, what we end up trying to go after because we need to pick up another ability here quite soon. That's becoming a little bit of an imperative point because we're going to need to be able to spam more abilities that so when the other ones are on cooldown, we have something to do. 0 talent points, we're 91. We have 120 health and 40 potential rage. So I like starting. I wouldn't mind finding another one of those talents that make you bigger at the start of the night until you take damage. I like the idea of getting multiples of those if we can, because then we're looking at maybe even being bigger and having more base damage. Because right now the base damage is +5 damage as well, just on my attacks, and that's very good because that base damage then impacts your abilities as well. So your abilities are usually based on a portion of your base damage. So it looks like we're almost to the maximum rage, which is good. We grew again. So I'm going to go ahead and just do some clearing. Yeah, and your warrior can get very, very big. What I did, I remember right, in one game I grew so large that it actually became detrimental because you you get hit by stuff coming from the top just almost immediately. So you get so big that your helmet is right there where the creatures spawn, and it's like you just keep taking damage. So that was kind of interesting. So you kind of got to monitor that. 14 talent points. Enemies have 10% more movement speed. Enemies have 25% more health. So let's go down here. I am going to go snag 212. I'm going to go snag this katanas here. I'm going to see if I can work through this way as well. Ooh, I don't think so. Let's try it. Attack. Oh yeah, we can. Good. So, oh no, we can't. It's not a two-way. So when they pass over here, you can get over here, but you can't get over and into here. You have to go down and around. But picking up 2 parries might not be a terrible thing. I don't think this talent package is going to be worth it. It's just it's too much. So let's do this 3 parry loop. Crit, attack up. Our health needs 1 more, and we should get a damage up when we apply this. We do. I like that. We got a damage up and a frustration. So now the frustration is interesting and worse because it gives us more maximum. Whoa, what is that? We'll have to go check that. I've never seen a mythic, so we'll have to go check that out. So now we have 50 rage total, and we're going to start with 15. So we have to accumulate more rage before we get that second sizing. This is Guardian Unleash. Use all your rage to set your parry chance to 100%. I do not like that one. Is there talent points left? Ooh, let's go look at this. I've not seen any of these. So metals. Every 4.4 seconds, you throw metals in all directions that deal bonus damage equal to your current combo points. Holy smokes, that is so cool. But I'm kind of limited to get to it unless there's another way, because I don't want to take this one, so I gotta get some abilities going. So I'd probably take Blood Pact just to have it, and then snag whatever else is close. Maybe this Earthquake. We talked about experimenting with that. So we have some things out here that we definitely want to grab. It's probably this damage up. We definitely want to work towards this mythic and Earthquake here. I'm starting to see repetitions. This Earthquake is surrounded by 2 damage ups and 1 hanging out over here too. So the damage ups are really nice because just if you can start killing stuff with 1 swing of the sword, it gets very nice. So 105 is our level, sitting at night 14. That is really good. 125 health and 50 potential rage. Now we're going to start with 15 rage now, I believe. And you also see at the start of the night, if you look at my health is actually damaged already. Now, that doesn't count against your kill streak because it does that before anything has spawned. and you haven't really killed anything, so it doesn't really matter. However, it does take some of your health away from you, so you don't have as much as far as defensive measures are concerned. It is taking quite a little while to get up to my max rage. I really wish we would had gotten some of the rage abilities, that or rage talents that um, help you generate more rage. The frustration is nice, but it raising your maximum rage and is sometimes if you have to keep doing that to get better starting rage, then it's kind of a trade-off because it's going to take me longer to max it out and get that extra sizing. But this seems like once we got past, you saw the little mid-level struggle there a little bit. Stuff was going on, hitting us and whatnot. Now this seems to be fairly comfortable. It looks like anything the sword hits, it's just killing outright. Now it might not hit. It might not hit. Everything in one hit, especially the ones that have the epics and they're colored for hit points. It might take two. That's okay. So night 14, 11 talents. Enemies will now spawn 10% more frequently. Enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. Let's close this one. So 11 points. I'm going to snag this blood pack. So we have that now. And then what else can we get to relatively easy is probably this glacial strike. Let's go and grab that too. Now I am going to move. We expose an epic too. So let's go take a look at that. I'm going to move this blood pack over here because it's something that I'm not going to be spamming. It's not something to do damage either. Reroll all nearby unlearned common talents into rare talents. That is quite a good one. We have 5 points left. Now that mythic was blocked by an ability here, so now that is a health up. I think what we're going to do is grab this. This should increase our damage by like 5, 6, 5, 5. Yeah. So when we take this, we should go to 27. Oh yeah, that's amazing. We have 3 talent points left. I'm just going to go ahead and say we're going to work crit, knockback. So we'll have a frustration along the way and a health up, and then we'll definitely be able to grab medals on our next one. Medals, this one looks amazing for this particular character. I'm glad that it was here. I've never seen a mythic spawn before. Shadowboxing, fire an additional attack backwards every third attack. That is one we had during our last warrior run, and it is amazing. Just being able to have that extra sword firing out of your back is very, very good. Okay. Well, we are level 116. We have 125 health and 50 potential rage. We're going next. Now, I am going to... that blood pack costs health, right? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just go ahead and grab some blood pack action there. My attack speed is quite a lot better. Oh, darn it. I think something hit me. Yeah, I was trying to push number 2 and I pushed 3, which wasn't terrible, but so now I don't have enough rage to do much of anything. But can I gain? I gotta read that blood pack again. I don't think it actually, I don't think it actually does anything about generating rage. I think it just does extra damage for health. So getting some type of health regen might be nice. Oh man, it is getting harder. I thought this wouldn't be so bad, but this is. See, when I took damage, you notice I'm small, so that not having that extra 5 damage is having an impact. And the sizing, you see, I can't like launch the sword all the way down the aisle anymore, so that's very tough. I'm going to use my throne ability. Well, I squeaked by that one. Taking the damage right in the beginning was very rough because I wasn't able to maintain that size bonus. 15 talent points on night 15. We got 5 more nights. Hopefully, we'll make it through. Tronc and Queen will now appear. Enemies receive 10% less knockback. So you can see just it keeps adding up here. It's going to be interesting. Medals. Hopefully, you helped me quite a lot. That's 5 points. Learn a mythic talent. I said I'd never seen a mythic talent, and that is confirmation that I've never seen one. Let's do knockback, or let's go up here and get this knockback and the kill streak. We have a damage floating around here for 2 points. I like attack speed and damage. And then this shadow boxing is probably where we're going to go next. To get to that, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, 6. But this way we pick up this frustration. So we're going to go here and here and take the mystery. Excellent. It's health. The health is really good to pick up. Okay, so we have 0 talent points left. We have 60 potential. Yeah, we have 60 potential rage and 135 health. All right. Sorry, I had to grab an Amazon package that had come. So 0 talents, and let's get our night off again. So you saw the growth happen. I am going to just go ahead and use that up front. I might not be able, I would rather keep this beginning growth than grow larger on the secondary growth. If I happen to, be able to max out the rage, throughout the night, that'll be great because then you get even bigger. But this initial growth is quite good. I'm going to try my best. Now that we've got all this, working for us, I'm going to try my best to just max out the rage if I can. That mythic, just being able to toss those metals is pretty nice. Single blow. So somehow I did 1,000 damage in one blow. So that is interesting. So 2 achievements on this one run. That's quite cool. Yeah, I like that. We are getting up there in the mastery levels, and like I said, I reset the game. I don't think it reset the achievements though, because there was a lot of achievements in this when I played it the first time, and those all remained. But when I reset it, it did reset like all of my character levels and whatnot. So I went back to 0 points on all of those, which is fun. I like working through the progressions again. So, and having you guys join me and follow along is pretty cool. So we're through night 16. We got 17 talent points. We kept that tree going pretty well down here. So we were at a lot of XP modification there. Enemy waves will now contain an additional enemy. Enemies will now spawn 10% more frequently. So we have a lot of points to spend up here. Frustration and get the shadow boxing. We're going to grab this restraint chain as well. Ooh, impaler. I don't know how to get to that though. With 12 points, I think I am going to. Ooh, resistant chain. I don't think these two sync up over here. Yeah, I don't know if we can jump. With the ninja, we were jumping all over, but I don't know if we can jump over. We probably can go up over here. With the 2 attack speed up, let's go. We did expose a dagger. That's, ooh, a talent package too. Okay, so this is probably the way we want to go. But before I go too far, I want to make sure there wasn't anything down here that kind of had lurking. We did go grab that extra damage. This is only, it's only 1 point away, so we do want to grab that. What the epic ring does is it increases 1 of everything. So you basically get just a ton of extra stuff. Or the 1 ring, sorry. It is an epic though. Now this one we might go down and grab later. I'm going to save off for this damage because if I can somehow get over to this, that's going to be a lot more damage. So I think we're going to just keep heading that way. Crit, crit. Oh, we got another one right here that we can actually access. So you see our damage is 29 right now. Watch this. +5 again, and we're only 2 more health ups away from another +1 per impaler that we have. So that's quite good. Now, I do want to read these. Immediately gain 12 talent points. And I've never taken one of these portals. So I still feel like these are for the endless waves, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe you just do it and move on to a new talent tree. Not sure. So I think we're going to take the knockback and we're going to take the resistant chain. This will put me in a good position at the end of this night to get down and snag another one of these and also snag the talent pool. I do want to snag this before the talent pool just because I want this to be active. I think that talent pool might still have the opportunity to change it. If it does, it does, but I would love to just grab some more damage there. So we are 148. We have a lot of health, and we're trying to get the maximum rage if we can. I wish we had some more rage builders. That's why I really want to get to that talent pool, because if we could find a pool that allows us to build rage faster, that would be awesome. I just want build rage, build rage. I don't want to necessarily spend the rage until we have it completely built. So I want some type of a pool. We may not have access to it yet, but I figure there's a pool out there that'll just help us build rage faster. That's really what I want to do. And I don't want to do that through frustration because I'm perfectly fine with where my maximum rage is right now. You see, we're halfway through the night. I haven't spent a point of rage, and I still haven't maxed it out. This is the frustration of, oh man, that was close. This is the frustration of having that frustration talent. Is it raises your maximum mana rage so high. There we go. Now we're huge again. Okay, now we can start spinning rage. It gets significantly easier, but look, the night's almost over. So I suffered, through the night without this type of an advantage, just because I can't build rage quickly. So a little frustrating in that manner. And then if I get hit, a lot of this goes away. So I'm bigger now. I'm easier to hit. So we'll see. Hopefully that talent package helps us. 16 talent points. Enemies will now contain an additional enemy, and enemies have 10% more movement speed. So let's go down and set everything up first. So we're here. Now we have 14 points. We have more than enough to go grab this one. Our damage up is at 39. I'm going to grab this one too. And then crit talent package. Okay, we didn't get a bonus package here, so that's important to note. Get big. Ooh, that's super nice. And then spend health and regenerate it back. Strike out. Can I re-roll this and not lose the get big? Let's try. Empower and defend your combo meter. More frequency and more powerful critical strikes. I think we're going to take the get big and see what that does for us. I really wanted the rage, but it is what it is. You don't get to choose all this stuff. It's kind of random. So we have onslaught, which is killing an enemy at least 3.5 range from you, grants 2% attack speed until the end of the night. We have colossal chain. When you gain a skilled combo, your size is increased by 10%. We're going right for that. I think that's very good. Mega Lithophobia. Enemies have a 13.5% chance to be feared when approaching you. Ooh, that's great. And that's new. I mean, it wasn't a huge talent package, but it is pretty cool nonetheless. I'm going to snag this rare here. I'm wondering if we experiment and just get 12 talent points and go into this other tree. We're on night 18. I don't think it erases, what you've done in this tree. You just get access to a new tree, right? So I would need 2 points to get to that. I have this colossal chain again. Maybe next time, next opportunity, because we do have opportunities to get some more rares here, other damage up here. So next time, I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potentially. But then we also don't know what's on the other side of this fence. So we might just want to go snag these easy and then leave that damage behind and go back to an insightful portal. This one reduces the health points of enemies by 50%. So the insightful portal sounds pretty cool because 12 talent points is quite a bit. So we're level 164. We have 140 health and 70 potential range. All right, let's get it going. Yeah, I don't want to lose that. Sorry, I didn't want to use that rage, but I also didn't want to lose this sizing. Attack speed's quite good now. Pretty much anytime I push the button, there's 0 delay. And that's where you want to be with the warrior at these later levels, is just any time that you push the attack button, you want to be able to make it happen. Oops, sorry, finger fell off the key there. I'm not even going to go potentially for this full rage. I want to. I'm going to try, but I want to stay alive and earning talent points. The talent points are really where it's at. So temporary effect during a run, unless it's keeping you alive, probably isn't worth it if you're going to sacrifice that skill chain. Again, I really want to get to the maximum rage, but I'm having to use that clearing bit to make this work. It's all right. We could be a lot bigger. That's the one issue I'm having right now is I've got power left in the tank, but I really do need to use these thrown weapons at this point because there's so much coming at us. Also, you do see that third kind of sword coming out is nice. The one that every third attack, a sword attack, comes out of my back. It's pretty cool. So to get 17 talent points, enemies have 25% more health, and elites receive 10% less knockback. So as far as this tree is concerned, I think my parry's at 30%. Let's go grab some parry here. Let's grab these two. You have another impaler there. What's this one do? So we're level 19. I say we've gone far enough without getting one of these little portals. So let's see what the heck it does. If it kills this run, I'll be upset, but I want to see what it does. Let's take it. So we didn't lose all of our stuff. We're just in a new tree. We have 21 talent points. Yes, please. So I am going to take this health up because we're only 2 health up away from snagging. Oh, we're going to get it anyway. So let's go snag that one. Safety mush, you gain 0.2 knockback, power, and an extra life, resurrecting with 50% health points. We could probably get to that. We have katanas and we have frustration. I'm not going to grab any more frustrations. I'm frustrated by the frustration talent. So I think we're just going to go and kind of work our way. There's a talent package up here too. Wow. Let's grab this. So now we're at 160. Our damage is sitting at 46 now. Let's grab this mush. Now let's go up here and do the talent. Anything that does rage, no. I'm going to refresh them all. I think maybe this one here. I don't really like any of those, but it is what it is. So we only have 2 points to spend. It is 19. We're going into night 19. So we don't have a ton more to spend here. When you gain a brilliant combo, you permanently gain 5 random common talents. I think we're going to go that way. Let's do the kill streak. Your chain talents give double their bonus when you reach a brilliant combo. Ooh, there's lots of good stuff over here too. All right, for now we're going to go with the mystery and then hopefully go grab this pure brilliance. It's only going to help me on night 20, but I'm still pretty impressed with what it can potentially do. Let's see if we can keep this going here without having to hit a panic button. Because this is how I need to get the rage. I need to get the rage by killing stuff. And if I'm constantly throwing things, I don't get the rage. That is one of the drawbacks of the throne. I'm pretty sure you would get the rage on the strike skills, but maybe not. Maybe you only get rage on normal attacks. So I would really like to be the larger version. Yeah, here we go. So now, top and bottom, I think I'm absolutely just crushing the space. You can see, like, if I go top or bottom, every third attack, I'm also attacking. I'm also attacking upwards or downwards. It's a little annoying, like I said, having the size be so big that I'm so much closer to taking damage. I think if they hit the very top of my helm, I just take damage. So that is a little worrisome. But we're getting through this really, 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 really well. Talented, so I'm getting 100% bonus XP. So we're going to just mop up on talent points at the end of this. All right. 900 kills. We didn't take any damage. We got 17 talent points again. Enemy waves now contain additional enemy. Enemies have 25% more health. So here, like we said, we wanted to go up and grab this pure brilliance. There's another impaler here. That is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. My damage is up to 58. I don't think I've ever had that much damage. Each combo level grants an additional 5% experience. Experience doesn't matter too much anymore. Critical strike is pretty good. Don't see anything over there. Let's go snag these rares here. Another katana. I think my health is maxed at 160, so that must be the maximum health. That's fine. 58 damage now. We have 2 more points, so not a lot of points left to do anything with. But let's see what kind of damage we can do. I think we're probably going to get this resistance. So that's the end of our build, I believe, because we're on light 20. I am going to do a review. We're 198, 160 health. We have 70 potential rage. So hopefully we can rage it up here and look to get our maximum rage and grow again. That will make the night a lot easier. In that state where we're larger, we're doing so much more damage, and our sword can like go all the way down lanes. So it's quite good. I don't mind throwing an axe every once in a while because you get most of that rage back. Looks like we're about 10 rage away. Well, yep, there we go. So we got maximum rage. I'm going to do a clearing. And then I'm going to use some health. And I do see the fearing effect starting to work on some of these. I haven't been paying attention to that. But some of the fearing effects I'm seeing, you see the monster come out and then it starts to just run right away again. That's the fear that we had picked up along the way. So around halfway through night 20, it's looking pretty manageable. I'm hoping I don't take any damage from the monsters on the top. It is what it is at this point. I don't feel like it's so bad. If we would shrink, we'll certainly get through night 20. This makes it so much easier just because the sword is so much bigger. It goes almost all the way down. I'm very curious what happens when you get to 1,000. 180% experience points. Wow. That's also some of the talents I had picked up there late in that talent package. It had said you get like 5, 10, 15% more per per category you move up on the on that little talent bonus down below. That's a lot, 180% experience points. If this wasn't night 20, I would be probably staring at 24, 25 talent points to invest into the tree. So keep that in mind if you do go for the infinite waves. That will be extremely powerful. So now this is really what I want for each of the characters, is to build out and collect all of the potential um, packages that are available to each of the classes. Crowd control and bonus damage on knockback, more rage and more powerful unleash abilities, parrying more often to get bonuses when you do. I'm going to take this irritable, just hoping that it also increases your ability to generate rage. At the start of each night, gain 10 rage. The first enemy attack each day is guaranteed to be parried. This is really good. Let's see. You parry more often, get bonuses. Apply feared more often, enhance its power. Crowd control and bonus damage on knockback. Let's go for this one. Eventually, we're going to take them all, so it doesn't really matter too much. I think we're down to the last two. Let's parry more often. Yeah. So I think the last talent package will be on there. We've unlocked endless modes too. Endless modes unlocked. Continue your run in endless mode. The run never ends. Enemies gain more powerful bonuses. Test your build's limits in the eternal nightmare. The night never ends. All enemies appear. Enemy health, speed, and elite chance increases over time. So with this endless mode, the run never ends. So I guess you build up through night 20 and then you probably don't get any more nights, any more opportunities to build. So I could go endless here. So I guess it would pick up your run that you had. I don't really want to do endless. This one's gone long enough. But I do want to go back to the main menu. We have mastery level 11 unlocked. I think we need mastery 15 for this next guy, right? What I was hoping is that, I would get the bonus to like jump to mastery 12, but it doesn't look like it. I really want to get this guy unlocked. That way we'll have all the characters. We'll probably play another character that we haven't played twice next time, maybe the summoner. And then I don't know what these buttons are, so we'll have to go check those things out too. I really do like this game. It's simplistic, but the network that you have to work through for your talent tree and stuff is quite awesome. It looks simple, very hard to master. And trust me, as you saw with this one, the mastery level did impact the run quite a bit. The warrior's a little more set. If I played him again, starting out with 10 rage would be really, really nice. I would like to do that. I'd also like a way to, generate more rage. It seems very slow, but very powerful with the growth, as you saw. So hope to see you next time. We'll figure out, maybe play the summoner next time and try and get through mastery 11. Until then, if you like, subscribe, comment, let me know what I could do better. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what I'm doing right. And if you've picked up Talented, it's very cost effective, very cheap. Let me know what you think of the game. I think it's fun. There is another DLC coming out too with the Beastmaster, it seems. So I think that's going to be out, within the near future. But take care, everybody. Hope you're having a good day.